What is going on, guys? It's your boy Juan, back at it with another one. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about corrupt cops. Corrupt cops. I just got 2 tickets, and normally I'd be screaming and yelling at the camera right now, but I just can't even be bothered to do that anymore, because it's like, I've had so much fucked up shit happen to me when it comes to cops in my life that I'm just numb to it all. So I'm not even surprised by it anymore. I just got these 2 tickets today for crimes I wasn't fucking committing. I was wearing my seatbelt. I was using a holster for my phone. I should not have gotten a cell phone ticket and a seatbelt ticket when I was wearing my goddamn fucking seatbelt and using a holster for my motherfucking phone. So why is it that when there's actual crimes being committed, because this has happened to me many times, where I would have a crime being committed and I would literally call the police to be like, hey, this, that, and the other is going on, can you guys help me out? Like one time when I was a young kid, this man tried to lure me into his house. He was like, hey, I have a gift for you, come inside. And all the blinds were shut, all the doors were closed. It was black inside of his house. I didn't want to go in there. It looked scary. It was some like short, bald guy that was like creepy. He kind of looked like a crackhead. He tried to lure me into his house when I was a little kid. I called the cops and I told them, hey, this guy just tried to lure me into his house. Can you guys like come help me out? They're like, no, sorry, we got too many police on duty right now. We don't have enough free officers to come by. And if we do come by, it's our word versus his anyways. So I'm sorry, just try to stay away from there. And, you know, hopefully it doesn't happen again. And I'm just thinking in my mind, like, God, how do you have enough, like, resources to write me a ticket when I am wearing a seatbelt, and you write me a seatbelt ticket, which I don't deserve because I am fucking wearing one? How do you have enough time to say, write me a cell phone ticket when I'm using a holster? So it's legal for me to do this. I'm not doing anything illegal. I have a holster. But how do you have time to write all these innocent people tickets? I've seen so many people around this town lose their license over a ticket for something they didn't even do. I've seen people forming petitions in this city that I live in because the cops in the city are so corrupt. So how is it you have time to terrorize all the civilians, abuse all the civilians, become a road pirate, and extort every innocent civilian just trying to commute to work for money that we don't have? The average American citizen is in debt. We don't have money to keep paying you guys. You guys are supposed to serve and protect the community. If anything, you guys should be feeding the homeless. You guys should be giving shelter to the less fortunate. We're paying money out of our paycheck to pay you cops. You should be using that money to build shelter for the homeless or feed the homeless. You should be using that money to, I don't know, maybe solve some of the unsolved murder cases. But no, too busy writing traffic tickets, right? And that's the thing, guys, it's a fucking joke. This whole system is a fucking joke. One time I crashed my car and the cops showed up at the scene of the crash. I crashed my car right next to my house. It was just a tragic accident that happened. This is something that actually happened to me like a year ago. I crashed my car on the way to my house, on my way back home. I slipped on ice and hit the guardrail, smashed my engine and totaled my car. I walked like 2 minutes home because my house was right next to where I crashed it, because it was like 0 degrees outside Fahrenheit, which is way below freezing. For those of you guys that do Celsius, 0 degrees Fahrenheit is way colder than 0 degrees Celsius. I could have froze to death. I could have gotten hypothermia. So I walk home to warm up, talk to my mom. This is like 5 minutes after the accident. I don't know how they figured out where I lived so quickly. I don't know if they scanned my license plate or what. 5 minutes after the fucking accident, I'm trying to get a hold of my mom, tell her what happened so we can go to the car, collect, deal with it. The cops show up at my house. They come running in my house. They just barge open the door. They're like, Did you get into a car accident? Why'd you leave the scene of the accident? Why'd you run away from the scene of the accident? Are you drunk? Are you on drugs? Do you not want us to see that you're high? Why'd you leave the scene of the accident? I'm like, bitch, I didn't leave the scene of the motherfucking accident. This is the scene of the accident. I literally lived right next to where I crashed my car. I'm just trying to keep warm. I'm just trying to talk to my mom. I didn't even have a cell phone on me at the time. I think my cell phone was dead. So I was just trying to get a hold of my mom so she could call insurance, call the tow company, the junkyard, call the cops. We were gonna call you guys. That's why I'm going inside, to get a fucking phone. But no, they just come barging in my house. Why'd you leave the scene of the accident? Why'd you leave the scene of the accident? Are you drunk? Are you high? Are you hiding something from us? Why didn't you stay at the scene of the accident? So yeah, like I said, they just come barging in like that. And then I explained to them, no, I'm not drunk, dumbass. I blew into a breathalyzer. It came back zeros. I'm not high, idiots. It's 0 motherfucking degrees outside. I crashed my car right next to where I live. I was just trying to go inside for a second just to warm up and grab a phone. And so they took me back to my car. They're like, okay, well, we got to go to your car and sort out this accident because you just hit a guard railing and your car is totaled, like, on the side of the road. So they brought me to my car. And guess what they did? They brought me to my car. They guess what they did to me? I just totaled my car that day. They wrote me 2 tickets. They wrote me 2 tickets. They wrote me 1 ticket for going too fast, because I told them I slipped on ice and crashed my car. I was going under the speed limit. They weren't even there when the accident happened. They weren't even there. They found my car on the side of the road, scanned my license plate, and then busted open my door because I lived next to the accident. So they found out where I lived. They weren't even there when I crashed my car, so how do you know I was going too fast? How do you know that? And then they wrote me another ticket for leaving the scene of the accident. Bitch, I was at the scene. I lived at the scene. Where I crashed my car was literally a bridge, and my house was right next to that bridge. And my car was on the side of the road at that bridge. My house was literally right next to where I crashed my car. I'm not exaggerating. I'm actually driving back home right now, so if I see it, I'll show you guys exactly where the accident was and exactly where my house was. Although I'm not gonna do that because I don't want you guys to see my identity. Sorry guys, I just don't want to give away my identity, so where I live and stuff like that, so I'm not gonna do that. But trust me guys, I crashed my car, let's say on the side of the road right here, for example, and let's just say my house was that house right there. Literally, that's just an example, but what I'm telling you guys is my house was right next to where I crashed it. So no, I didn't leave the scene of the accident. I was just trying not to freeze to death. And no, I wasn't going over the speed limit, I was going under the speed limit. But my point is this, I just crashed my car. That's a horrible event that you wouldn't want to happen to anyone. What would someone that's serving and protecting their community really do? Maybe they would offer you food assistance. Like, oh, hey, there's a food pantry over here. I know you might not be able to work for a while. You just crashed your car. Maybe they would offer you help finding a new car. Like, oh, hey, I know how to get you a good deal on like a cheaper... Sorry, I just stopped recording for a minute. I actually saw a cop just now, which is funny. I took my headphones off and put my phone down because I don't trust them. I'm worried that they're just gonna pull me over for any little fucking thing. So anytime I see a cop, I always take my headphones off because I've gotten a ticket for using my headphones before as well. Guys, I've gotten a ticket for every fucking thing you can possibly imagine. Every fucking thing you can possibly imagine, guys, I've gotten a ticket for it. And it's just crazy to me because, like, you're literally kicking someone that's already down in the dirt. Like, I just crashed my car and you guys gave me 2 tickets for it. You're literally kicking someone that's down in the dirt. Like, it's just sickening how these cops operate. It's just fucking sickening. It really is. It's just fucking sickening. And, like, yeah, guys, I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say, guys. I really don't. Because it's like, I've just been through so much shit with these cops. I've been handcuffed and thrown on the ground because I was trying to grab my wallet for my license, and they're like, oh, he's reaching. They thought I was trying to grab a gun or some shit, even though they just asked me to grab my license for them. So common sense would indicate, oh, he's probably doing what we just asked him to do. But no, their brains couldn't even comprehend that. So they pulled me out of the car, threw me in handcuffs, pushed me to the ground. Like how you see those black people get killed by cops, it literally was one of those situations where like I almost got killed just for trying to give them my license. I've had my car searched for no reason. They couldn't find anything in it other than I was acting suspicious. I've been thrown in the psych ward by cops for no reason. I won't even get into how that happened. My mom was yelling at me and the neighbors were complaining about how we were being loud, and of course they throw the young dark person in the psych ward. They're not gonna do anything bad to the old white woman, which I'm happy about because she's my mom. But at least leave me alone too. Like, fuck, just give us a warning. Oh, you guys are arguing? It's fine. People argue sometimes, try to keep the tone down. No, they're like, oh, he's disturbing the peace. We gotta throw him in the psych ward. So I had to spend a night in the fucking psych ward. They didn't have any food there. I have Crohn's disease. I need to eat special food. So that made my health condition a lot worse going through that type of stress. And the shit I've been through with cops, guys, it's infinite. All cops are corrupt. All of them. If you're a cop watching this, you're corrupt and you need to do better. I guarantee you're not doing your job right. You're not serving and protecting the community to the best of your ability with the paycheck that you're given, that comes out of our tax money. Okay? So, man, that's all I gotta say for now, guys. I could rant about this topic for hours and hours and hours. I could keep going on. All I know is every time I called a cop when I actually needed something, they didn't pull through. They weren't able to help me, and they used some lame excuse like, oh, sorry, our staff is booked up right now. But anytime I wasn't doing anything wrong and I was just being an innocent, well, hard-working member of society, somehow there was always a cop with their sirens on pulling me over, ready to write me tickets that I have to go to court for and potentially pay money for and spend time out of my precious day to take care of. Somehow there's always a cop that's ready to write me a ticket for no reason at all. But when there's an actual crime being committed and I need help, the cops don't show up half the time when you call them. I've seen videos on YouTube of pedophiles being caught by like those predator catchers. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but there's these people that like to make YouTube videos where like they'll pretend to be a 5-year-old and they'll text some guy and they'll get the guy to send the 5-year-old decoy like dick pics and nudes and talk about explicit what he wants to do sexually with them, and then they'll say, oh, let's meet over here. And then the predator catcher will catch a child predator in the act with evidence on their phone of nudes he sent to who he thought was a kid and everything. Sometimes they'll call the cops show up and they don't do anything. You know? And so I'm just saying, like, why is it the cops are always there to punish innocent people, but the minute that someone's actually acting out of line, the cops are nowhere to be found? You know how many unsolved murder cases there are? It's sickening. It's really sickening, and we got to do better. You guys have a responsibility to protect society, and that's not a light responsibility. That's actually a very important responsibility you guys need to take more seriously. You shouldn't be writing anyone traffic tickets unless they're putting everyone in danger. You shouldn't try to fabricate a ticket. Oh, I saw that you weren't wearing your seatbelt, but I was wearing it. But I was. So why did you write me a ticket for not having a seatbelt if I was fucking wearing one? Why are you making stuff up? It's not cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I could literally rant about this topic forever. I could go on for hours, days, weeks, months. I could rant about this topic for years, centuries. light years straight, lifetime straight. So I'm just gonna cut the video off here. I'll probably make a part 2, 3, 4. I've already made cop rants in the past. There'll probably be more of these in the future. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is actually take 2 because my first take, the microphone kept cutting out because I think there was too much wind in the background. So hopefully this take turns out better. I'm really hoping. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you guys want to see more of on the page. What's your guys' experience with cops? Comment below. And yeah, I love you guys. Till next one, I'm out. Love and peace.